Hello everyone, I'm Diana and I want to tell you today about the robotic hand manipulator and its feedback. So what is it exactly, the robotic hand manipulator? It sounds quite difficult, but it is in real life. So imagine that you're a valuable specialist in Ukraine and your skills are urgently needed in Australia. You won't be able to fly fast enough there. That's when you decide to sit in front of your computer with the manipulator, with the sensor, movement sensor, and move your hand as you need. Simultaneously, the robotic hand in Australia will move with you. It will copy not only your hand movements but also finger flexings and hand twisting. That's what robotic hand manipulator is. There are a lot of developments in robotic field now. So the fact that scientists, programmers and other important people are interested in it shows that this development is really relevant. So it could be used by a lot of specialists, like I said before, in various of different professions and tasks. But what if I'm a usual person that needs and I need to use manipulator for fun? It's not a problem. We could create a basket and a ball so that people all around the world would need to throw the ball into the basket remotely, sitting at home as a manipulator. What about the quality time with your significant other who lives on the other side of the world? Well, it's not a problem. You can just use the remote robotic hand manipulator that will replace yourself temporarily. That is why this robotic hand manipulator is relevant. And there are a lot of developments in this field. There are a lot of analogs. Let's talk about three most popular. So the first analog is the Vinci robotic surgical system. It's a surgical system, robotic system, that is in fact an assistant for surgeons. It performed thousands of surgeries all around the world very successfully, and also two in Ukraine. And JACO research editor by Kinova and Universal Robots are industrial robotic systems which are controlled by controllers, so not free-handed. They are all united by a lot of disadvantages. They're huge, they're expensive, they are hard to maintain, they need experienced users, and also they all do not support remote access. That's when I decided to make a goal to develop a robotic hand manipulator which could be controlled remotely and free-handed. So the first milestone was to choose a sensor. I decided to choose the existing one, which would be super easy to maintain and to control. I decided to use lip motion because it's a small device, a small movement sensor with two infrared cameras, which creates a coordinate system itself and sees gestures, hands, fingers and different objects in it as vectors. The second milestone was to choose a microcontroller. Well, I chose Arduino Uno because it's cheap, it's small, it's easy to program and it's easy to connect the internet to. And for the remote access, I decided to choose Ethernet Shield. You may ask, why didn't I decide to use Wi-Fi instead of Ethernet? Well, I thought that Wi-Fi would cause a lot of problems because it's not stable very often, and also it could cause data loss between the transmission of data between the receiver and the sender. And also the robotic hand itself was made by with 8 servo motors and metallic robotic hand. Here you can